Let us play a game. I'm going to share a list of words. You're going to think about each word. Think about whether it relates to Nepal or Switzerland or none. Scream the name of the country, if any, and then after the list is over, we will dissect the results. Is that okay, everyone? Yes? My first word, romantic. Beautiful. Big. You had no Russia as a choice. It was Nepal, Switzerland, or none. Big. Small. Tiny. Huge. The truth is that when I said the words beautiful and small, most of you said Nepal. On the other hand, when I said the word tiny, very few of you actually said Switzerland. Fact. Switzerland is 1/3 the size of Nepal. Yet, in our heads, we know Nepal is a small country and we just assume everything else must be bigger. But what is Nepal small in comparison to? Our homes? Asia? The solar system? What? The truth is that all of these parameters that we talk about are nothing but random perceptions. Nepal is 93rd in size out of around 200 countries in the world. Hence proven, Nepal is a small country is a lie that I've been hearing and telling people over and over again. The problems with these lies is that they sound insignificant. They sound small, yet over course of time, these lies become huge perceptional problems that can truly change the future of your country. Today, I want to use this platform to set the record straight. If anything, Nepal is a medium-sized country with an oversized heart. Another lie that I've heard many times is this: Nepal is a poor country. I disagree. As a student of economics, one look at the GDP and I know that we are definitely not very rich. However, our per capita income is on the rise. A lot of work needs to be done, but it's on the rise. However, as a student of economics, I also understand that rich is not the only opposite of poor. The other opposite of the word poor is wealthy. What is the difference between rich and wealthy? If you're rich, you have high income coming in. If you're wealthy, you have a huge asset base which you can allocate properly to get whatever it is that you want. And you don't need to be a student of economics to know that Nepal is extremely rich in assets. After all, we are crowned by the mighty Himalayas, crisscrossed by life-giving rivers, and cradled by the fertile Tarai. And you certainly don't need to be a student of economics to know that not everything can be weighed and valued in terms of money. After all, has anyone ever been able to put a money or a number to something as happiness, to something like humanity, humility, honesty, joy, love? I know a lot of my Nepali friends will disagree with me. They don't believe we have assets or we are rich or we are wealthy. You have been desensitized to your own culture, to the own beauty around you. You maybe need to see your own country from the fresh eyes and fresh perspective of somebody who came in here at the age of 21 and instantly fell in love with the place. A lot of people may not agree that Nepal is a wealthy country because of social media, the onslaught of comparison. One click and you're seeing the wonderful, shiny streets of a Western country. And we forget to notice the rhododendrons that are growing on our village trails. My talk today is going to be about my travels around Nepal and how these very travels completely made me rethink about the concept of wealth. Last year, for a shoot, I had the privilege of visiting a place called Gatlang. Gatlang is a small, forgotten dot on the map of Nepal, 152 kilometers from Kathmandu in the Rasuwa district. According to a lot of people, Gatlang is a difficult place to live in. It has inhospitable terrain, punishing weather, difficult to access, and limited economic opportunities. I stayed there for 3 days, spent a lot of time with the locals. This is what I saw. The people of Gatlang are very spiritual. There were chortens everywhere, paying homage to the spiritual gurus of the past. Every house had a prayer area. The people of Gatlang are extremely cultured. They wore traditional dresses with a lot of pride. The windows had intricate carvings. The people of Gatlang are close knit. None of the homes had internal partition walls. Everybody slept together in a common shared area around a circular fire pit. The people of Gatlang understand sustainability. The homes were built with raw materials that had been procured from close by areas, most of them foraged. The people of Gatlang believe in self sufficiency. When we went to Gatlang, all the people in the village were manually involved in breaking stones. We asked them what was happening. They told us, we want to make a sewage system for our place. We don't have funds, but we decided to get together. All these people were working together in harmony. Project managers would be put to shame seeing their collaboration. The best part of this entire sewage project was that because everything had been taken from close by places, the carbon emission of this entire project was negligible. It was a close-knit community that opened us with hearts bigger than you can imagine, gave us food and stories and laughter. But I wanted to find out one more thing. Were the people of Gatlang genuinely happy? On the last day there, I spoke to the lady who ran the homestay that I stayed in. I asked her a simple question. Are you happy? She looked at me with a twinkle in her eye and a surprised smile on her face. She said, yes, of course, I'm really happy. I have everything I need. To me, the modern, city-bred, aware girl continuously running after one shiny object or the other, she seemed to be lying. Her answer was both an impossibility and a wake-up call. Impossible because she was living in this remote part of Nepal with 5 children running a tiny homestay. I thought about her answer for a long time after. Much later, I realized that the people of Gatlang are happy because of 2 reasons. Reason number 1, they don't have too many things to compare themselves to the outside world. But more importantly, the people of Gatlang don't need anything outside of them to be happy. For them, happiness is not a pursuit. It's a way of living. It's a way of being. After I came back from Gatlang, its stories stayed with me for a very long time. Yes, it's true, there are many struggles and hardships that the people of Gatlang have to face. But it's also true that the people of Gatlang have a deep, profound understanding of the world that could potentially be the missing piece in the jigsaw puzzle of the world we want to create. Because right now, food insecurity, mental illness, and climate change are on the rise. Maybe Gatlang has the answer. Maybe Gatlang is a blueprint of the world we want to create. A world of spirituality, a world of culture, a world of sustainability, a world of self-sufficiency, a world of open yet close-knit communities, a world of happiness. If so, is the essence of Gatlang the past we have lost or the future we deserve? Before I went to Gatlang, I had read about 15-minute cities, a concept that a mayor of France is trying to popularize. What is a 15-minute city? A 15-minute city is a small self-sufficient unit where everything is accessible within 15 minutes, either on foot or by cycle. At Gatlang, the dots joined backwards. It already was an ideal 15-minute city, nestled in the laps of the Himalayas, stuck in a time capsule with a soul of its own. And then it struck me. While Nepal definitely isn't a rich country, it is not poor either. Nepal is a wealthy country, and the biggest wealth of Nepal is its wisdom. For centuries, from Lord Buddha to Arnico, to Dr. Sandhu Kruitz, this land has been the birthplace of ideas. Ideas for the mind, body, heart, and soul. Ideas that combine knowledge with wisdom. Ideas that can change the world. Today, Nepal is extremely prosperous in a completely different currency, wisdom. And maybe this can be our narrative. Maybe we can be the wisdom capital of the world. If a tiny country like Singapore can be the financial capital of Asia, why can't we, with our ancient heritage, be the wisdom capital of the world? Today, thought leadership is taking precedence. Maybe our ideas can be our export. Maybe we can document our ways of living, thinking, being happy, spirituality, yoga, wellness, and share them with the world. Maybe we can invite researchers and delegates in to come here, experience our way of living, experience the thought process of our people, and take it back to their countries and share it there. Maybe we can create prototype happiness clusters just like Gatlang, pilot them in other elusive parts of the world, and see the ripple effect that comes from there. Maybe this is what the word agragami, meaning pioneer, in our national anthem truly denotes. But why just Gatlang? Wouldn't you want to learn about craftsmanship from the people who made the Ankhijals? Wouldn't you want to learn about precision, attention to details? Wouldn't you want to learn about teamwork from our Gurkhas who fought in many wars and battles all over the world? Wouldn't you want to learn about leadership and time management from our Sherpas who lead people up to summit the Everest? Wouldn't you want to learn about soil and forest conservation from our Tharu community, the saviors of the forests in the Tarai? Wouldn't you want to learn about the power of the female energy from the rise and limbos that are a matriarchal society? And wouldn't you want to learn about religious tolerance from the Nevar families that follow both Hinduism and Buddhism? I certainly would. And this is because I truly believe that the answers to many of our modern corporate problems truly are found in the land here, in our winds and in the songs that our ancestors sing. As an international corporate trainer and keynote speaker, I have the opportunity to participate in some very interesting projects. One of the most interesting projects I get to do is I get to coach the girl who represents Nepal in the Miss Universe competition. One year, I was judging the Miss Universe Nepal competition. The question I asked the finalist was this: what would you rather have? The curiosity of a child or the wisdom of your grandmother? I don't remember the answer she gave, but this is what I think today. Curiosity takes us far. Curiosity makes us dream. Curiosity makes us ask questions, but truly, it is wisdom that answers those questions. Curiosity tells us that we can go and colonize Mars, but wisdom reminds us that we first need to save the Earth. Curiosity without wisdom cannot be harnessed properly. In today's world, wisdom can be the moral compass that guides us forward. And in a world obsessed with more money, more GDP, more things, maybe we, Nepal, can show the world that the truest things that are most valuable cannot be measured in numbers. In a world obsessed with instant gratification, maybe we, Nepal, can show the true key to long-term happiness. And in a world obsessed with becoming smarter, maybe we, Nepal, can show that it's more important to be wiser. Thank you.